How's it going, super friends? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have lots of good news and, unfortunately, a little bit of bad news. The good news is, MEZCO 1/12 Collective finally opened up the pre-orders as of today for their MEZCO 1/12 Collective 1978 Christopher Reeve Superman the movie figure, which is awesome news. There have been a lot of us who have been asking for a long time, when is they going to do it? Because I know it is going to be a great figure. The bad news is, I couldn't get the pre-order. Poop. But the figure itself looks really, really sweet. Now, possibly one of the coolest things about this upcoming MEZCO Reeve Superman is the fact that it comes with a smiling face. That's something that a lot of us have said for a long time. Why do we always get the angry face, the stern face, the straight face, and the heat vision face? True, the smiling Christopher Reeve face does look perhaps a little bit derpy, but at least they're trying. As for other accessories, the Reeve Superman comes with 3 crystals, one of which is the oh-so-important green information crystal. That's the I want to talk to my daddy crystal from the Superman movies. A fantastic Kryptonian crystal computer display base that he had in the Fortress. It's actually a really big piece, as you can see, and I'm really glad that they've included that. An arm with a base stand, because that's MEZCO, that's what they do, and a whole whack of extra hands, some for flight, some for punching, some for grabbing stuff, and then finally 2 pieces of kryptonite, one being the big old hunk of kryptonite from Superman 3, and then the kryptonite necklace that Luthor puts around his neck in Superman 1. It's a Superman figure that I'm sure a lot of us have been very excited for, and I can't wait to not only do my own review of this guy on my channel, but to see other people's reviews of this figure. And just to stay on the MEZCO 1/12 Collective topic, I never did make a video about or even mention that finally the pre-orders were opened like a little while ago actually for the comic book version of Wonder Woman, the more modern version. And she does come with a lot of the exact same accessories as the previous MEZCO 1/12 Collective Wonder Woman, except for she also comes with completely different armor pieces, which are removable. The cape is a red cape instead of a blue cape, and she comes with 2 completely different head sculpts in comparison to the original ones. Or maybe the head sculpts are the same, and the hair is just different. That might actually be the case. I'm not quite sure sitting here looking at it. And yes, she does reuse most of the same body parts. They didn't do a whole lot of new sculpting detail for this Wonder Woman that I can see. The colors are perhaps a little bit more muted. She does have that Wonder Woman skirt, the battle skirt that she wears. Certainly one that I'm super, super stoked about, because the classic Wonder Woman, as cool as she looks, I really wanted to have that modern Wonder Woman to fit in with my MEZCO 1/12 Collective Justice League. Again, a pre-order that I sadly, in fact, missed. And just to move forward into McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse news, I know that a lot of you who collect these figures have probably already heard about this from other reputable toy news YouTube channels like Toy Shiz or Toy News International or somewhere like that, but I wanted to mention them as well because I actually made a video about some of these figures way back in the past when if you remember, I got my receipt from EB Games and I have these figures pre-ordered. Well, we have 4 actual released images of 4 of the characters. The first one being Batman from Earth 44. That would be the Murder Machine. Essentially, he's a mixture of Cyborg and the Batman. I'll read the bio here for you. Hailing from Earth 44, the Dark Multiverse, the Dark Knight was born when an all-powerful AI program designed by Cyborg began to misinterpret its coding to homicidal ends. A cybernetic nightmare, the Murder Machine is a metallic mangling of the technological power of Cyborg and the tactical brilliance of Batman, formed by ever-changing nanobots. The next figure is the Grim Knight Batman figure, one that I know a lot of us are actually really excited about. I prefer my Batman to not kill, but this Batman exists in kind of like a what if Batman did kill. He would be like the ultimate murderous, violent weapon. I essentially see the Grim Knight Batman as Punisher and Batman mixed. Ripped from Batman's greatest nightmares, the Grim Knight is his world's most dangerous vigilante, unafraid to use any weapon to go to any length to stop those he deems worthy of death. Armed with the finest arsenal Wayne money can buy, he is now one of the deadliest Dark Knights in existence, second only to the Batman Who Laughs. If I did have one complaint about this Batman in general, it would be that he looks like he comes with an absolute butt-ton of guns, but clearly you can look at him and see that he doesn't. He comes with a grenade launcher, and then a machine gun, and then a bunch of guns all mashed onto his back that you can't actually separate and use as guns. Now, if you're a 1/12 collector like myself, then clearly you're going to have lots of guns lying around, and you can give him those guns to use. But it certainly would have been cool if this Batman had came with like 6 or 7 different packed in guns. But no, 2 guns and then a weird V-shape amalgamation of guns that you're just supposed to stick on his back, as well as the base and the card. And then we have from the Dark Multiverse's Earth 1, we have the Devastator. He's essentially a mix of Doomsday and Batman. That's insane. That's insane. Crashing into our world from the Dark Knight Multiverse Earth 1 comes a nightmarish fusion of the only 2 beings capable of taking on the Man of Steel, Doomsday and Batman. The Devastator is an all-powerful creature in which the unstoppable might of Doomsday is combined with the unmatched intelligence of Batman. Now, in contrast to the other figures in the DC Multiverse line from McFarlane Toys, the Devastator doesn't come with any other accessories. He comes with his figure stand, which I'm actually sure that he probably doesn't need, judging by the size of his feet, and the trading card. It looks fantastic, looks absolutely terrifying, and no doubt he will be used many, many times as well to customize a basic comic Doomsday as well. And then next, we have the Dark Multiverse's Earth 32 Batman, which is the Dawnbreaker. Essentially, it's what happens when you mix the Batman and Green Lantern together. In DC's Dark Multiverse on Earth 32, the green light of will has twisted an angry Bruce Wayne into something very dark and sinister. After the murder of his parents in Crime Alley, young Bruce is gifted with a Green Lantern ring, which allows him to fly and to generate deadly hard light energy constructs. With no Alfred Pennyworth to guide him, he soon swallows his fear and pain and lets the void that remains corrupt him and the ring, unleashing a wave of darkness across his world, and now ours, as the Dawnbreaker. I'm going to say the same thing that a lot of you folks have been saying all along, and I've said it myself too. It's almost like this whole figure line should now just be renamed to DC Batman Multiverse, because most of the characters that Todd is choosing to make are Bat characters. Someone like me, I'm stoked to see these characters made in figure form because I enjoyed the source material. However, I'm not gonna lie, I would be happier had we seen Martian Manhunter and Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Green Arrow and Black Canary, like I've been saying all along, made first. And I know that he doesn't just want the basic characters like that up on the shelves because it's either already been done or he doesn't want to be competing with Spin Master and that whole thing. In my personal opinion, the best way to treat the DC license right for collectors in this market is to at least do 50-50. 50% characters that people are definitely familiar with. And then the other 50% do characters like Dawnbreaker and like the Grim Knight, characters that maybe won't sell quite as well, but definitely have a collector market for them who know who the characters are. What do you think about these new multiverse figures? Are you excited about them? Or are you like, dude, I am so over it. I am so sick and tired of everyone just doing Batman, 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 Batman. I'm ready for other characters. And what do you think about the MEZCO 78 Reeve Superman? Are you excited about it? Or do you think his body proportions look a bit weird and his trunks look a little bit too huge and high up, like possibly like he's a senior citizen and they're under his armpits? I, for one, am really, really excited about all of these figures. I will absolutely be getting my greasy, dirty collector hands on them and doing reviews of them, and I'm interested to know if you feel the same. Anyway, super friends, that's all for now. Have a DC day and take care.